Hey there, Year 11s. In this video here, we're going to do example 25 where it looks like we've got a potential hybrid function is what I'm seeing. So what does this say here? The following table shows the Unanistan post rates for sending letters. So anything up until 0 to 50 grams cost you 70 cents, from 50 to 100. Yeah, so this looks to me like a hybrid function. So sketch a graph of the cost function, giving its domain and range and rules that define it. Interesting. All right, well, it looks to me, if we were to calculate this, we can say that, all right, so we will say C as the cost. So cost is C, and we've got multiple costs here. So possibly you can have from 0 to 50. Okay, you can write 0 to 50 for M, which is the mass here. So equals to M and all the way up to 50, so inclusive. When M is between 0 and 50, then you can expect, I guess actually no, it doesn't make sense to include 0 because then why would you pay 70 cents when it's 0 mass? So technically you don't have anything. So, but 50 makes sense because it says up to, whereas over 50 would imply that it's over. So I'd probably say don't include 0 because obviously you don't need to pay if it doesn't have any mass at all. And 50, when it's exactly 50, then it's 70 cents. So the cost is pretty straightforward. It's just 70 cents. So that implies if I were to draw a graph, since it's 0 to 50, we'll only probably need this section actually. So you can say here that this is M for the mass and you're going from 0 to say 50 grams. Well, then we already know the cost is 70 cents. So anywhere between the, whether it's 47 grams or whether it's 48 grams, it's the same cost throughout and it's going to be 70 cents. So 70 cents, what's the most expensive thing here? $3. So let's just say that's 3, 2, 1. So 70 cents, let's just say 70 is about, yep. So 0.7, 70 cents, we start off, if you had 0 grams, you don't include it. And it'll be the same cost, 70 cents, all the way up until $50. Okay, technically I should be using a ruler. Let me use a ruler. There we go. And there's my first graph. It is 70 cents. Notice this is an open circle, by the way. That's an open circle. You don't include the 0. And it's consistently 70 cents, no matter what gram it is, whether it's 1 gram, 2 grams, 2.5 grams, it is 70 cents throughout. So that's why it's a constant. It's a nice horizontal line. And then you look at from 50 grams to 100. So again, it's consistent. It's $1.15. And you get, what is this? 50, but not inclusive, all the way up to 100. Okay, so that means it's inclusive. So that means from 50, you should be using an open circle again, and it'll cost $1.15. So say $1.15 is about here. I'm just going to make it up. $1.15. So that means you will be starting an open circle, okay, and you'll be closing your circle at 100. So say about here. So let's say if that's 100, well then you can expect a nice closed circle, and anything in between should be a nice straight line using a ruler. Okay, and then what's the next one? Well, we've got 4 different graphs. Okay, so 100 to 250. So I would probably then just fill it up. So 100, 200 is about here. Is that right? No, 200, that's, I should do it like this. this should be 50, 150, 200. What does it go up to? 500. Oh, my scale's a bit too wide. I gotta make it smaller. Oh. Alright, I should have looked at the total scale actually. Now it's a bit funny, isn't it? Let's just try to add this one on. It's not perfect. Alright, here we go. So let's just do 300. I know it's totally off scale now. 400, and let's just say 500 there. Yeah, it's pretty off scale. Yeah, that's bad. Don't do what I just did, okay? But the point is, when you sketch it, probably should have looked at the scale first. I thought they were going up by 50s the whole way. All right, all good. So next part is from 100, greater than 100, but up to 250. So you include 250, and then from 250 onwards, you don't include 250, and you go all the way up to 500. Okay. So the cost here is you've got 4 different types of functions, $1.70 and $3. So it looks to me you're just going to expect 4 different lines really. At 1.7, say 1.7's up here, then you don't include at 100, but you will go all the way up until 250. So say 250 is about here, and then I'd use my ruler. Nice straight line, and then same thing from 250 onwards is open circle, and they'll cost you $3. So let's just say $3 is here. Well, then it's an open circle. Whoops, that's right. Open circle, and it goes all the way to 500. There you go. So you should expect something like this. I'm probably more interested in showing you the CAS work to it. Let's see. So you need to know how to do this on your CAS as well if you want to do a hybrid function. So let's have a look. I'm going to grab out my CAS. Let's open it up a bit. And let's add a calculator. So I still want you to define. So menu 1, f of x equals 2. What is it? So use your catalog or the button next to the 9. You see over here, you can choose the one with an interval, and we want 4 equations. So when I select it, make sure to change it to 4, okay? And then press enter. And so now I can type in, it should be 70 cents, $1.15, $1.70, and $3. And our interval is between 0. Always make sure to use X here. Don't use M or any other variable, otherwise you won't be able to sketch it. And that's another mistake that most students tend to do as well. So 50 is greater than but less than or equal to, was it 100? Yes, based on the diagram, yes. And then from 100, X needs to be less than, I think it was 250, wasn't it? And then here it was from 250 less than or equal to 500. There you go, press enter, Control I, add on another graph, number 2, and then I type f of x, and let's just adjust the window, menu 4, try zoom fit. No, wasn't good. Then we do menu 4, settings, and we know that the x-axis had to go all the way up until 500, wasn't it? So I'll just do 550. And we know that there were no negatives, but let's just go from -3 to 4. Oh, that's weird. Why is there that line? There shouldn't be that vertical line. Because that then implies you can have a cost in between. That is weird. Nah, they've done it wrong. Yeah, not including 250. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing there. Maybe they don't know how to show endpoints. That's why, but that shouldn't be the case. But yet they did it right over here. That's correct. I want to zoom in on that point there. That's a bit weird. Why is that the case? Yeah, I think it's just that it needs to be zoomed in. So menu, let's do 4 settings. I reckon if I did exactly the height of 0 to 3.5 or 3.4, yeah, we can see it better. We can see it better. And then the x-axis, if we go 4, 1, it was up to 500, wasn't it? So -1 to 510. And I think it's the y values. The y values are deceiving. So max 3.4, 3.1. It's really hard. I think it's the fact that I think they're meant to be gaps, but I think because they are so small, the scale's so weird at the start. That's why you see this vertical line. There shouldn't be a vertical line. Okay? But that's how you would do it if you were to define it. That's how you would do it. Okay?